Hey everyone, this is Century Countess. In today's episode, we are going to try to make a Regency gown from scratch with a guest appearance of Josette, of course. I apologize for the strange noise in the background. They're doing construction outside, but here are the pattern pieces that we just cut out. We did not use any pattern, we just used from memory from pattern research of Regency dresses, and then we did this piece. This piece right here I'll explain later. Here's our fabric. Now the main project is, can we make a dress with what we found with salvaged thrift fabric? So I have about maybe almost 3 yards here. So hopefully that will be enough. We're going to try our best to make it enough. So without further ado, shall we begin? So this is our pattern layout that I made. Like I said, this is based on patterns that I've seen of Regency bodices and based on how the skirt was done. Some of the skirts. I kind of altered it a little bit. So we got this something called a front closure flat piece that will be hidden by this piece, the front overlay, which be attached to the skirt, the front of the skirt. This is how the skirt's going to be. 2 pieces. The split right here is where it's going to be kind of left open, so when it closes up, there'll be something that will either lace it or clip it shut on the side. And then front side, so this is like partially the front, partially the side. Then you have this one whole side piece that connects to the back, and the back will be one whole piece strap. And then I forgot to draw the sleeve. The sleeve is basically a pass from another pattern that will be altered for a Regency inspired sleeve, but something a little bit more different. Instead of a poofy sleeve, I want something more kind of fitted in a little bit, you know, but still have a Regency look. So yeah, this is what it's going to look like. I will show you the result of the bodice when I put it together, and I'll probably explain this piece all over again, but as well as the idea for the skirt, but I just wanted to show you this part first. Hey everyone, so everything's been stitched together. Like I said, this pattern was all done by hand and memory of Regency pattern pieces that I've seen online. The sleeves, however, were from another pattern that I altered. I wanted something different than the poofy sleeves, so I thought this type of sleeve work would do. Let me get a full view. There we go. And also, now this front piece is not attached. In fact, when you remove the pins, you got this. A false closure. It's going to be cased with snappies, probably hooks and eyes as well. The false front piece will be attached to the skirt. And speaking of the skirt, it will be 2 rectangular pieces. I think there's enough. Hopefully, maybe there's might be a spare piece just for a little bit more poofiness. Yeah, we're going to attach the skirt, and now the skirt is going to be kind of like an apron skirt. It's going to be sewn in the back and then stop about there. There's going to be an opening, probably with snaps, and then it will just fold upwards. You pin or snap the front piece, and then you either lace the sides or snap the sides. And that's about it. So we'll start working on the skirt, which is going to be easy. It's just 2 rectangular panels. I cannot believe we have enough fabric for this thrift project, but we do. So I'm glad about that. But I don't want to say it too soon. I don't want to be conclusive. Now, as for the skirt, it may not have a lot of pleating. It may be more flat, so it may not have a unique flowiness like a skirt for a Regency dress. I don't know yet. We will discuss that when we get to that point. So I'm going to do that. and I'll show you that result. Hey guys, have you ever been doing a sewing project for a video and you only have one good needle left, and then suddenly this happens? There's no eye. The eye is broken. That's not good. Okay, so this is going to be delayed a little bit, but we will get to it soon. I promise you guys. And we're back. I have altered the plan a little bit. I went ahead and sewn the skirt together, but instead of leaving it a flap open in the sides, I moved it to the front because I thought it'd be much more easier to just, raise the thing. Less difficulty, you know what I mean? Also, I made some bias tape for the open flap. I'm going to sew the bodice on it. It's all wrong side out, just to let you guys know. It's all wrong side out, so it looks a little bit unattractive. I also made some ruffle trim that I'm going to sew to the bottom because the skirt, I cut it a little too short. Yeah, it's a little too short. So I need to fix that. So I thought a little ruffle trim just to give it some detail would be cute. And so we're going to do all that. Let me move the angle so you can kind of... This is basically the skirt all together, all wrong side out, but it's all put together just about. So next steps will be to cover the raw edge of the bias tape. Sew on the bodice piece. I also got a spare piece of fabric left, just in case this might be a little too small. You never know. Yeah, but it's coming along. It's coming along. So we're going to do those steps next, and then I'll show you that. And then I think the last thing we need to do is sew in the closure snappy pieces, and that will be it. So we got another thing we got to do. First thing I want to mention, off camera, I repaired this sleeve because it wasn't looking right, and plus it was really tight. We've already sewn in the bias tape. Now we're just working on the skirt. I have pleated this and repleated this and repleated this 4 or 5 times, and then I realized, it's two rectangular pieces. That's probably not going to work. So we're going to do an old-fashioned method, which is basically taking some thread and gathering the fabric to the amount needed and then sewing it to the bodice and seeing if that would work. That's the only thing I can think of that would be more cleaner to the sewing project and make it at least look a little bit more decent. We're also going to be doing something a little bit different with attaching it to the bodice of the dress to hopefully make it look a little bit better. Hopefully it will work. I will show you that result. If not, you'll probably see another attempt. This is why I don't do Regency dresses for some reason, no matter what. Even when I follow directions step by step, it does not agree with me. For some reason, out of all the dresses that I can make, the Regency dress is always the hardest that I've ever come to do. Anyway, I've ranted long enough. Let's get started on that, and I will show you the results to what I've done with the skirt after I've fixed it. Sorry for the dim light, but as you can see, we got the pleated ruffles on the skirt hem done. The skirt has been sewn on. I will show you that shortly, along with the false bodice piece. So let me show you that real quick. Here's the final result. Everything's closed up. There's the pleated on the skirt. Turned out really nice. My only dislike is that it's not even, the pattern's not even. But like I said, that was a last minute thing because we had to alter the bodice piece here because the first piece was not big enough. Yeah, this is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was unique. I'm a little bit more happier than my past Regency dress attempts. Thank you for watching. Please hit that bell, comment, subscribe, and until next time, have a great week. Bye-bye. And then here it is on the mannequin once again, bodice and everything. So what we do is it just lifts, you lift this bodice piece up. By the way, if I haven't mentioned it, I did have to change the bodice piece. Luckily there was enough fabric for that. I do have to add closures, but I'll do that during a fitting to get the closure properly right. And then you just, like I said, you just lift the piece up like this and just attach it to the closures that will be sewn on the sides. And then, I'm sorry, I don't have another person to help me, but it's something like that when it's all attached. And then when you're ready to take it off, you just take that off, then remove the flaps here, and then just slide it off like a jacket. So let me show you in its full glory.